They just don't grasp sometimes the difficulty you have with certain items. And this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. You know, I tried to walk away from this item. People want things gone from their yard sales. If they want top dollar, they're going to go through all the work it takes. It's way easier just to put it at a garage sale. I'm buying this stuff sight unseen. You know, the box hasn't been opened. I don't know if the wheels work. I don't know if all the parts are there. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Thanks for joining us. You know, normally I have a pretty good idea of the topic. If you've been watching this show long enough, you realize there's always a topic of some sort other than the items that just sold. I know a lot of you tune in just to see what sold so that you can, you know, have an eye out. That's why I watch YouTubers forever, and I still do, to look at items out there, to see them, to fill my brain up with ideas and things that I didn't know before. But I always have an extra topic because, you know, this is really a community, and everybody who watches this show, I'd like you to maybe learn one thing. I like to learn one thing when I watch somebody else's shows, even if it's, you know, who died in 1977, but something that makes it worthwhile other than just the reselling part of it. And so I always have a topic. Well, today I have two topics, and I couldn't make my mind up, so I guess you know which one it is because you'll see the thumbnail and click on this and the title before I do. But here are the two topics. One is eBay shaming, and there's a subtle difference here. And I watch a lot of YouTube, like you do, I assume, if you're watching me. And so I watch a lot of resellers, a lot of people I respect, and I've learned a ton over the years watching a bunch of different people. But every once in a while, people will say something that kind of gets under my skin because I know it doesn't apply to everybody. And it certainly doesn't to me, and I've mentioned this before. But the basic topic that I want to talk about, because I had a lot of sales today that were written. Now, I have a pretty good looking numbers day, $463 going out of here in 16 sales. That's pretty good. I'll take it. But it's really because of two bigger sales. Almost everything today is really small priced items. And I heard somebody say the other day, you know, it's a waste of your time. This is a huge, I'm not trying to make an issue. It is an absolute waste of your time to sell something under 20 bucks. And, you know, I'd be okay with it if they said it's a waste of my time to sell something under 20 bucks. But it's not a waste of a lot of people's times for various reasons out there. Whether it's their own ability, like larger items, maybe they're not capable of it physically, the packaging, the space, maybe their age even, or their health. Maybe it has to do with where they live. You know, some people, you know, $1 living where I live is worth a heck of a lot more than living in the Bay Area in Cali. It wasn't Matt, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. Matt would never say that. I shouldn't have said Bay Area. Let's change it. Let's say in, I don't know, New York City. There you go. You know, things aren't always the same. You know, if I told you my mortgage where I live, you'd be like, wow, that's pretty cheap. Unless you live somewhere similar. But if you live in Southern California, my mortgage would be like if you rented like a 4x4 space somewhere in a storage unit. At any rate, so those small priced items really for me have to do with how much time and effort I'm going to put into it. I'll talk about that a little bit. But a bigger topic is something I've been on TikTok now for a while, and I get opinions over there that are just crazy stuff. And I have an item that sold today, and I want to respond to a critic over there on TikTok. They'll never hear it because they don't watch me over here. But based on what they said, I ripped somebody off, and then I had to sell an item that I thought I was going to make a lot more for, but it didn't make that because it didn't work. So I want to talk about that as well. Let's take a look. Here's a great example of something that's going to make me money and I'm really happy about, but may not be for everybody because it's just not worth your time. But it is worth my time because it's so quick. It's sold for $10.95 plus shipping. There are a couple of like cake decorating, like on top of a cupcake or something. And I got them in a huge big deal. So for me, it's, you know, it's not like you're paying $2 for this. This literally cost me nothing because it was in part of a huge bundle deal where if they were out of it, it would still be the same price. So for $10.95, free shipping. But I mean, it's going to be a 4-ounce shipper. I'm going to make $6 off of that. And it took me 0 time whatsoever. 0 time. Definitely going to do stuff like that. Vintage cake toppers that probably sold for like $1. There you go. That sold for $1.69 back in the day. Made in Hong Kong. Another great example. This was $15.95 free shipping, but easy. Really easy. So this is an SD card. It's kind of an older style. I'm not even sure. You know, I don't know. Kodak. It's $15.95 for a 512 megabyte, which is nothing. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Pay 50 cents, $1, sell for $15.95, free shipping, easy. I don't want you to get me wrong. I think it's good for everybody's goal to raise their average sales price. I hear John Cincinnati Picker from time to time talking about how his has risen. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. But the relative or the number that we're talking about, the average sales price number, is different for different people because everybody has a different circumstance. I do think, generally speaking, it's a good idea to raise that number up. But to say that this is the right number for everybody, I think is the wrong decision. So, anyway, take it for what it's worth. Speaking of, here's another item. So what do we got? 3 items, none of them over $20. This is Aqua Velva Menthol. Newport flavor. Not that I would know, of course. And this sold for $12.95 plus shipping. Definitely worth my time. I mean, if I'm not going to pick up that, I'm not going to pick up any of these. And so you miss out on $40 in profit? Definitely I'm going to take it. Pepper has finally figured out if she sits there quietly, she gets to stay in the shed as long as she wants. It's when you get up and wander around that you don't. I sold a pair of shoes. It's awesome. And now I can't remember how much I sold them for, but I'll tell you in a minute because a viewer bought these and they left a message. I do know how much I paid for them. I paid $5. Here are these Vans, and they were in like pristine condition. Price tag or some tag is in there. I mean, they look like they have like never been used at all. I don't know if I listed them as new or not. Well, I didn't list them. Clear's mama listed these. She likes to do the shoes. I hate doing shoes. Anyway, I don't know what they sold for, but definitely going to be a winner. $5. Brand new Vans. All right, I said that and Pepper got down. Barely over some people's requirement, right? $21 plus shipping on those. $21 plus shipping on those. So paid $5. $21 plus shipping. I don't know. What's that calculate out to? Maybe about a $13 profit. Does that sound about right to you? So anyway, Owen, thank you very much. Have watched your YouTube channel. And so I just had to buy these when I came across them. So that is awesome. Oh, look at that. Pepper's here. There. She never lets me hold. Oh, you let me hold you. No, she's not. Thank you, Owen. I get this question often, so I've addressed it before, but I would not ship these shoes in this envelope. I would not. The padded flat rate, I wouldn't do it. First of all, they're not going to fit, but let's just assume that they would fit. I would not. But there are some things that I'd consider. I wouldn't do these because these could get bent out of shape in the back. So, but there are some shoes I have before, but if you ever consider doing it, especially in today's shipping market, the prices are so crazy, I would always disclose it in the description, and maybe even after somebody buys it, send them a message, say, hey, is this okay? This is the shipping I had on it. You know, you said that you did padded flat rate, and then maybe I do it that way, but just not a good idea to ship shoes in here unless you disclose it. There are some shoes that I would consider it though, but definitely not these kids stuff that doesn't, you know, if you crush it or something like that. I'd send it in the shoebox. Right there. That's the shoebox. Goes right here in the shipping table. And speaking of the shipping table, a thank you to Brian, Mark, Adam, and Chris for getting the copies over there on CommonwealthPicker.com, and they're going to build one of their own. So go check it out. Hi, Turner and Sophie have a sale out of the Homeschool Hustler store. What you got, bud?
Lego McDonald's toy.
Lego McDonald's toy, and he just told me something. What's on the back of it? What year is that from?
1986.
1986. Best year ever. You know, I was like 9 years old in 1986. Yeah, best year ever. Unless you're Desi Arnaz, then it wasn't a good year for sure. So here's an item, Turner. This one only sold for $9. $9 plus shipping. Plus shipping. So it's like a $7 profit right there. That's pretty good. Definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1. Bye.
All right, I got so worked up, I forgot what the other topic was. I guess I'm passionate about how much money you can make per hour. How much work does it take to make money? I think you get the point. All right, but this one is something that kind of got under my skin a little bit too. So over there on TikTok, I've been making TikToks. Well, technically, you don't need to follow me on TikTok over there, y'all. I have the Commonwealth Auctions channel. So everything I put on TikTok, I also put on the Commonwealth Auctions channel. Shorts. They're like 15, 20, 30-second videos. Anyway, I put one on from the video where we found the Christmas tree. And if you remember that video, it's something like, I've been looking for 20 years and I finally found it, or something like that, which is true. I never find that stuff around here. But I was glad I found that aluminum Christmas tree. And she had a sign on it, $350 eBay sign on it. And she had a $100 price tag on it. And I gave her 75 bucks. And she's like, oh, sure, no problem. I'm like, okay. Well, let me tell you, I caught some serious grief over there on TikTok from some gentleman. I don't know who he was. And he's like, ripped her off. She didn't know what it's worth. And you had to save $25 more or something like that. So my response was, well, first of all, it doesn't matter. But she did know what it was worth because she printed it off on eBay. But that's beside the point. This person said that they would have paid, or they would have offered $200 for it. All right, so am I crazy? Would you offer $200? I get it, right? I get giving somebody more from time to time, especially in certain situations, because I did in that VHS down at Carol's place, right? But I was invited in as the expert. To me, that's a very, very different situation than being in a garage sale. I don't know. You tell me what you think in the comments. But one of the arguments I had was, I'm buying this stuff sight unseen. The box hasn't been opened. I don't know if the wheels work. I don't know if all the parts are there for the Christmas tree. There's a little bit of risk. And so I wanted it to be a lower price so we could kind of mitigate that risk. I say all that just to say that I went through the whole process of setting both of these things up. Both of them. And testing them, putting all the parts together. It took a while cleaning them. It took probably an hour to do all that. And neither one of them worked. The light worked, everything was in good condition, but the motor didn't turn it. Didn't work. So the amount that I thought I was going to make, I didn't even make half of it. I thought I'd be able to get maybe even $100 a piece if these things are working. Well, I sold them both together, as is, 4 parts, for I think $70 plus shipping. So, people that aren't resellers, they just don't grasp how much work goes into something. And especially something like that. Well, that aluminum Christmas tree, it had tons of art. It took me forever to pull each one out of the paper sleeve, put it in there, take pictures. It took forever, and it has not sold yet. I've had to drop the price, and I might have to drop it again. So, people don't really understand. Most of you who watch this, you're resellers, and they just don't grasp sometimes the difficulty you have with certain items, either cleaning, testing, or waiting for a buyer to come around. All right, I got to save time, so I already grabbed that out of that bin right there. This RC recharger battery here, kind of combo pack, sold for $25 plus shipping, came from Appomattox and Rich the auctioneer. All right, something's been here. I think this is like top 10 oldest items in the store. Been here forever. I don't want to knock over the babysitter there. I don't think I'm going to get it out. There we go. Hillcat's foam finger, $6.50 plus shipping. Probably not the best buy in the world, for sure. I don't know. I'll probably curl this. I don't want to bend it over. I'll probably curl it and put it in a 10 by 7 by 5 box. I think. I'm not sure that'll even fit. I might have to get that box. Oh, hey, that reminds me of something. I was gone for a week. I've had like 1, 2, 3, 4, one over here somewhere. I don't know what to do. Oh, I already opened it. Packages that people sent to the P.O. box, so we are delayed. So don't get offended if you send something to the P.O. box and I don't mention it for like 2-3 weeks. My apologies, but we will get to it. Here's another one, and this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. I tried to walk away from this item. People want things gone from their yard sales. If they want top dollar, they're going to go through all the work it takes. It's way easier just to put it at a garage sale and take 75 bucks than it is to go through all the effort, especially if you don't already have a reselling account. Think of all the work that goes into that. This came from Granny's place. Granny called me out sale. And I walked away from it multiple times. I'm like, it's big. I don't know. I just didn't really want to deal with it. And I think I ended up getting, I didn't even ask for it. She's like, how about $3? She just kept asking me to buy it, basically. She didn't want to deal with it anymore. I didn't really want to deal with it either. So it got cheap enough that I couldn't resist. I think I got it for like $3. And it sold for $25 plus shipping. That's worth it. $10 plus shipping to me wasn't worth it on this item, especially if it didn't sell this year, because this thing would be around forever and it's huge. Look at that, another one of these under $20 sales right here, down from Carol's place. Same buyer, actually. I didn't quite realize it bought both. That's new. That's NOS. New old stock. NOS is boss. So there you go. Redwood. So right there you go. It's sold together. I guess combined, I met the requirement, right? Tell me, by the way, if you have a rule of thumb out there. Do you have a number that you shoot for? So tell me what that number is. Sold a bunch more stuff not worth selling. And this really might not be worth selling. Mousetrap balls. $5.99, free shipping for 2, sold 4. Bought this for $1, sold for $10 plus shipping. Thought it would sell before Halloween. Little Dios de los Muertos kind of look to it. Did I say that right, Joe? Darth Vader. $10 plus shipping. This one is just under 11, free ship. Usually pick them up for 50. This is Liberty University. What was it? I saw somebody on I saw Rally Roots pick up a Liberty University sweatshirt. Good enough for them, right? So make a few bucks on it. I just thought of a third topic for this video, and that's working with somebody on eBay. So I'm not talking bad about Blue Ridge Mama because she's awesome. She helps me so much. But when you work with anybody, and when she works with me, just anybody in general, it's inevitable that paths get crossed sometimes. You just don't communicate everything, and some things slip through the cracks, no matter how well two people work together. So we'll use that for another topic some other day. But the reason I said that is because I couldn't find this jacket. So I just did these sales inside, if I'm doing this video in the right order. Did those sales inside. Liberty University for that one. And there was another Liberty University sale, cheerleading jacket. I paid $5 for it. Didn't want to pay $5 for it, but I did. I think they were asking 20 for the set or something. I can't remember. And I walked away and they're like, oh, well, I'll do $5, which is good because it only sold for $17 plus shipping. And, you know, we'll make a little bit of money, but at $7, $10 is hardly worth it. So, at any rate, I sold that one, but I had no idea where it was. I spent 10 minutes in there looking for it, and I sent her a message. Said, hey, you know where this is? She knew exactly where it was, and it was in totally the wrong spot. But that's okay. I mean, that stuff just happens. And yes, a bunch of you are asking for her to return to the videos. She's actually been a little under the weather, so she will return soon, I promise you. Dave, eBay Pig Boy, sent us this. And a really kind note. So, Dave, we appreciate it. It's share, save, and spend. Save $1, spend $1, donate $1, right? Very, very kind of you. I will definitely give that to Turner or to Reagan. I think one of them have one already. He said, you know, send it, donate it. What did he say? He said, keep it, sell it, donate it, whatever. It's just a good life lesson. So, absolutely, for sure. And Reagan has been saving like a champ. She's got a bunch of money. She should use it for a Christmas present for me. All right, we got Reagan with us, and she sold some stuff out of the CommonwealthPicker.com store. You sold a bunch of different stuff today.
Yep.
Look at all this stuff. By the way, this is the last one of that size. No, there's one more. And we'll run out of a few sizes, but almost every type shirt, not the yellow one, but the other one's sold. So who bought all this stuff?
Paul, Rachel, Deb, Nathan, and Melinda.
Awesome. That's really cool. And this is separate from all those ornaments that we're selling. And by the time you see this, they will definitely be in the mail. And matter of fact, not long after we film this, we're going to ship them all, huh?
Yeah.
And they should be getting there. We're hoping by Thanksgiving. Some people get them before Thanksgiving. Some people won't. So it is what it is. We did keep 4 extra just in case there's some issues, problems. And we might be doing some, or no, I take it back. We have 2 extras. 2 extras. That's all we have. Because I sold one off of the platform and I gave one away. So there you go. So we have 2 extras, we think. Hopefully we have no trouble. And if we don't, we'll be able to auction those off. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, Reagan.
Bye. And don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
I'm already doing my shipping here and I forgot to do the Animan sale. Samantha and John. BD Collects on eBay. So Samantha and John, congrats. And we hope he gets things moving for you. And I just saw they left a message here. So we are so excited to finally get an Animan. We're a husband and wife reselling team out of Rhode Island. We have followed your channels for a while now and have been and you have been a major inspiration for us to start taking our reselling business full-time. Well, at least for my husband full-time. It's always good. That's like jumping halfway in, right? One person jumping in. A lot easier to do it that way, right? My wife didn't work out of the house to begin with, so she was already doing it with me. I guess combined we were full-time, I suppose, before I stopped teaching. So we have learned so much from you, and we continue to learn so much that we really wanted to pay back and say thank you by buying this and contribute to the new cabin. Thank you for all you do, Samantha and John. So thank you. We appreciate it, and we do hope he gets things moving for you. Hey, we spoke earlier about the save $1, donate $1, and spend $1. I forgot the spend part. The kids, Turner loves to do the spending part. Reagan, not so much. She saves her $1 and then saves most of the other $1. But she gets paid. I get this question all the time, so if you've heard it, I'm sorry. She gets paid out of the CommonwealthPicker.com store. Turner gets paid out of the Homeschool Hustler store. He gets $3 per sale if it's at least $3 in profit. $1 saved, $1 to donate, $1 to spend. Most of Turner's money goes to Compassion. It's just because it just works out right, because it's a monthly gift to the young man in Haiti, which we've talked about before. Vinsky is his name. Anyway, the kids do a lot of St. Jude. If there's excess, it'll go to St. Jude, and then the money for, like the ornaments the other day, because it had Sophie on it, right? And the stickers we do to some animal charities. We've done the Humane Society in Lynchburg before, a couple local, I call them generic charities, because they're not, they're like the Humane Society everywhere, right? So a couple organizations like that. And then we do individual ones with certain things, like we're going to do here coming up for the 12 days of Christmas. We're going to put certain items up for auction, and we'll do 50-50 splits and give to different places. We've done MS before. We've done cerebral palsy with Kristen's amazing work, which we've got to auction off those other ones. I know, I haven't forgotten, I promise. I just got so much going on. So at any rate, those are who we give to, or the kids give to. Me and Bluebird's mom, of course, do some of our own stuff on our own. But at any rate, send in your suggestions. We got some on that last video about some places we could give to for the 12 days of Christmas auctions that we're going to do pretty quick. I could talk forever, so I'm going to just finish off with a big thank you to Richard, who is a great supporter of the show. It's Ford Pinto flips, except for Ford Pinto's backwards. I'll put it up right here. He was generous enough to give us 10 pieces of the shed, 10 buy me a coffees. And he is just continuously great. I'll tell you what, I don't often do this, but I'm going to do it right here because he is such a great guy. There's a lot of good, really nice people on YouTube and in the community, and he is one of them, and he helps so many folks out. So he has a YouTube channel. I think he's under 600 subs. So why don't we go over there right now and give him 600 subs? I'd maybe 50 to go or something like that. So Richard, he didn't ask for that. He would never ask for that. But Richard, you are very, very kind to us. It was very nice to meet you at the reseller rally as well. And I've talked way too long. Y'all have a wonderful day, and we can't wait to see you next time.